Hey everybody, good morning. I've gathered you all here today to talk with you about Amway, the amazing opportunities that are available. Nah, I'm just kidding. I want to talk about Whatcha Plantin. Instagram and a YouTube friend, Country Magic Acres, does these videos that I'm addicted to, where they talk about, every week, here's what I'm planning. Here are the seeds that I got this week's seed haul, and I wanted to do the same because I thought that was cool. So let's get started. I'm just going to talk about the seeds that I've got that came in this week that will be going into the greenhouse ASAP. So first one, and one that I'm most excited about, is this rhubarb seed from the Experimental Farm Network. They are a great project and great site. I highly recommend. I actually have 2 packets of it, so I've got 100 seeds here. These are rhubarb seeds from at least 4 varieties, and they have about 6, I think, on their site. If you haven't grown rhubarb before, you can't eat the leaves. They're toxic, though the leaves make a fantastic mulch. But the stalks are tangy and are a perfect ingredient to mix with strawberries to use in pies. I actually want to start making a strawberry rhubarb muffin to sell at the farmer's market in the years to come. And it takes it about a year or so to get established, but once it's established, it will live for a long time. And I was glad to get the seed mix because I'm going to be planting a lot of this out in the orchard. And so I can let them do their thing. They'll have plenty of room to grow, and I can see which ones really thrive in my climate and on my farm and which ones struggle and eliminate those. Once you get an established rhubarb plant, either the 2nd or 3rd year, you can divide it just in the spring, go at it with a shovel, and you can cut it into halves or thirds or even quarters, depending on how big the plant is, and you just plant that where you want it, and it will come up, and you just keep rejuvenating the plant by doing that year after year after year. If you let it flower, it puts up this crazy, obscene flower spike that pollinators go berserk for. I am working, I think I've talked about this on the Instagram channel before, but I'm working on a perennial vegetables and berry bed that involves horseradish, rhubarb, asparagus, and strawberries. And everything is going into that bed this year except for the strawberries. I missed the window on getting my strawberry crowns, it looks like. So I'm going to be planting this rhubarb out in the orchard all over in a bunch of different spots, seeing which ones are the best, and the best ones will go into in the garden, the perennial vegetables and berry bed. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's a long-term project, but I think it's going to be well worth it. And if you buy rhubarb like nowadays, pretty much you're only getting, only crowns are available, and there's only like a handful of varieties, like Victoria, I think is the most common one. I can't remember the other, but if you look on anywhere like Johnny's or at the store, if you go to the big box store, anybody who's got rhubarb crowns, it's almost always going to be Victoria is the brand, is the cultivar. And I'm interested in making new ones, and let's see what's going on. Let's get diversity happening, y'all. Yeah. So super excited about this plant. Next. Similar thing, this is a breeder's mix of Leeks, which is an allium family. Very excited. I've eaten Leeks a couple times, and I'd like to learn some more recipes for how to eat this. It looks kind of like a long onion that kind of gets blanched in the ground as you hill it up. It is a perennial and a biannual. And so, biennial, I think. So I'm excited about growing these. Basically same thing as the rhubarb, except these would be around the plant, around the orchard, not necessarily straight up in the garden. So, Leeks, excited about that. Also from the Experimental Farm Network, last of the latest things from the EFN is seeds for Good King Henry. Good King Henry is, it's either in the spinach family or the, Chenopodium, which I think is spinach. It's like the same family as quinoa and goosefoot. And goosefoot grows fantastically on our farm. Like I could harvest tons of goosefoot. This is a tastier, less woody, even more useful version of goosefoot, I think, or certainly in the same family. But the leaves are maybe more spinach-like. They're more tender. The seed heads are very much like quinoa, loaded with protein. And apparently in the spring, when the plant is first coming up, it is a perennial. When the plant is first coming up, you can even eat the tips like asparagus, which I love. So very excited about this. I think this is a pack of, okay, so this is 100, so that's going to be 2 flats. So getting 100 of these set up throughout the orchard and a few in the garden for me, fantastic. Great source of food for our poultry. Great source of food for our people. So excited about that. Those are the ones I've got from the EFN. I also got butterfly weed from Baker Creek. So it was a personal thing. I do not like butterfly bush. Butterfly plant that people love. It's like a perennial, woody stemmed, really big thing that attracts pollinators. I do not find it attractive at all. But this little shorter version of milkweed that dies back in the fall and then comes back in the spring is awesome. I love it. I've grown this before at my house here in town, and I think that they're great. They're only like maybe 2 feet tall or so. They're short. Butterflies love them. All the other pollinators love them. I think it's a really cute plant and one that I'm super excited about. And it's a perennial, so it'll come back. And I think this says 40 seeds. So, so that's 40 plants I can get going around the orchard and around the garden perimeter for our pollinators. This is great for our the pollinator project that we're working on. We got a grant through Change X. So this is part of that. And then this is also part of that, but one that I'm less familiar with. So this is an African daisy, and I bought it just because I thought it was pretty. I think that's so cool. We are doing a cut flower garden this year, or at least I'm going to try. So I think this would look really nice in bouquets that we bring to market. I don't know if daisies come back. I don't think so. I think they're annuals. It would be great to see, though, if this will readily reseed. Lots of the annuals that I get might as well be perennials because they reseed so much. I don't know if daisies do that or not. But I just thought this was really pretty, so I got it. It's as complex, as simple as that. So that's what I'm planting. And then Baker Creek this week, they sent me this white tomato. Is my free seed packet, so I'm excited about that. I'll germinate some of these and get them going. I'm a fan of almost all varieties of tomatoes, so we'll see how that goes. The next step for all of these is to pack them up in a Ziploc baggie, label them, make a note of them in my planting schedule, and then these get to go to Tuck Farms, which is a local farm which has, they grow out like literally millions of starts every year. And they make available a small amount of space in one of their greenhouses for folks like me who want to grow some plants. It's like $10 for a flat. And for me, that's awesome because that's like 50 plants and they will take care of them to get them all ready to go out and be transplanted, which right now it's, today is March 3rd, 2021. So, and I don't have a greenhouse, so I don't really have a way to get this many plants started on my own. So for me, $10, like, especially for like the rhubarb or the Good King Henry, $10 to have someone take care of the plant for like the next month so that it's already hardened off and ready to go into the garden or on the farm at my place is an awesome deal. So that's what I'm planting this week. I'm super excited about it. What are you planting? What are you excited about? Are you growing or have you grown any of these? If so, holler at me. Let me know. Let me know how it did. Let me know how it didn't do. Yeah, so that's what's going on. So again, this is Ben with Broad Shoulders Farm in Virginia's Zone 7. If you're interested in following the farm elsewhere, it's at Broad Shoulders Farm on Instagram and Facebook. wherever you are, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Stay safe, stay well, and I will catch you later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.